Does anyone even remember this movie? Like, when the word underrated comes to mind, there's a lot of underrated movies. But truly, in my opinion, I do believe this is one of the most underrated, creepy ass movies. The Woman in Black. This movie was released in February of 2012, and I do remember seeing this movie in theaters with my mom because as a kid I was the biggest Harry Potter fan, still am, love Harry Potter. But as a kid, I loved him so much, I just want to see him in everything. So when this new movie was coming out, I was like, I want to see Harry Potter, I want to see Daniel Radcliffe, because I actually knew his name and because I was really into movies like I am now. But because I knew I wanted to see everything he was in, and I just didn't really function. Like, it's a really scary movie. It was a PG-13 movie, so my mom brought me to see it. Thanks, Mom. And after that day, ever since I saw it as a kid, it just creeped me out. And I was going through my movies, and I was like, you know what is the next movie I should actually review? And I saw this movie, and I was like, I want to review that one next. This film stars Daniel Radcliffe, Sierra Hines, and is about a young man who travels to a remote village where he discovers the vengeful ghost of a scorned woman who is terrorizing the locals. So I actually watched this movie very, very early in the morning, around like 8 a.m., 9 a.m.-ish. I was up very early, I had no class, it is pouring down rain, it was dark in my house, I was home alone. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch this movie. And so like I said, I was gonna do a classic, but I was like, you know what, I want to review this movie because it's underrated. And I watched it, and I'm telling you right now, this movie is so perfect to watch at nighttime or in a very bad thunderstorm in the rain and it's dark out and you're home alone, because this movie got under my skin and through me, because I truly believe this movie is one of the most underrated, chilling movies out there. Now, I'm not saying this movie is a classic, a masterpiece, none of that. I just truly believe this movie did its job and got you very scared. So before getting into more of the negative side, I want to talk about the positive, and the first things first is Daniel Radcliffe is very good in this movie. Like, I mean, he's very subtle, and he's very much a man who is trying to do this job, go to this marsh house, go through this woman's documents who died last month and has lost her child, whose body is still in the marsh because this house is in a marsh field, and it's in this little island of forest, whatever, away from the locals. But the movie puts it in a direction of like, this place is haunted. No one in the town wants Daniel Radcliffe to go to this house. They try to get him away, but he's got a job to do. He's got to find the will, he's got to find documents, anything about this woman, and get it to the bank because he's a lawyer and he needs this job for his young little boy. Now, does he look like a person who would have a son? To be honest, no, I would say that. Daniel Radcliffe does not look like he was old enough to have a son, but he is giving good performances. Everyone in this movie is getting a good performance, but that is not the reason the movie is so good. The reason the movie is so good is the direction, the freaking art direction. I would say the art design of this entire movie is very just bone-chilling, gothic-like. I mean, it is so dark, spooky, and it fits this role of the woman in black. And I have to say this right now, as a kid, she scared me, and watching it today, she freaked me out. Her design, her eyes, the black holes, the teeth, and the dress, and standing still, and like when he looks out a window and looks at the forest and she's just standing there watching him. That's fucking creepy. And I mean creepy. I don't like that stuff. I don't like looking out my window. I can't look out my window. I can't look out my window and seeing a woman just stand there next to a tree looking at you. That's fucking terrifying in my opinion. A scene that really, really gets under my skin is the scene where it's pouring down rain and he looks outside into the marsh and sees the mud start coming upward, and the little boy rises from the mud and starts looking up and then walks toward the house. That is haunting shit right there. My really biggest negatives, the movie might be 95 minutes long. It's a very, very short film, but that first 25, 30 minutes, it's very slow paced, building up characters. It has a great, creepy, disturbing opening scene, but then it slows down. We gotta meet Daniel Radcliffe, we gotta know his situation, we gotta meet the villagers, and then once he gets to the house and he stays the night, from that point forward till the very end, the movie is just bone-chilling and doesn't pull any punches, especially for a PG-13 movie. This movie is not holding back. I mean, if you think about it, The Conjuring is rated R for language and scariness. Like, for real, look up the rating. That's what it says. It's basically language and scariness. And this movie is PG-13. I don't get that, because honestly, this movie gets under your fucking skin, and this woman is just fucking scary. Overall, the performances from everyone are super solid. Like I said, the art direction, the costume, the makeup, everything technical about this movie makes the scenery, makes the mood, and the direction haunting. And like I said, I think the Woman in Black she is so underratedly of a character in a scary situation. I wish they would make another one which was actually better, because we actually did get the Woman in Black 2, which, don't watch that one. That one's shit. That is a piece of poop. I remember that movie. That is bad. If you've never seen the original Woman in Black, I highly recommend it. And I'm telling you right now, when she screams, it is literally chilling up my spine of her looking up in the corner and screaming and coming at him. I'm gonna give The Woman in Black a high B+. I was on the brink of an A- and all, but like I said, the beginning, it's a 90-minute movie, but the beginning, it's definitely your slow-paced, but that is really in every scary movie. If you honestly think about it, every scary movie has just a slow beginning, and it gets you more into the characters and stuff. But it is what it is. If you guys have not seen this movie, leave a comment down below if you have. Did it scare you as a kid? Because it definitely did me now, and everything around me that's dark now is fucking scary. Thank you, The Woman in Black. And that, to me, is what a good scary movie is. Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this movie review, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye, everyone.